Thank you, Andrew. Now let's talk about how this Super Crown final works with the basics, brought to you by Bow Clothing. There are 2 sections to Street League, the line section and single trick section. Each skater gets 2 45-second lines, followed by 4 single trick attempts anywhere on the course. A skater's best line score and their 2 best single trick scores count. They're added together for their final score. From there, the top 4 skaters will advance to a super final and be given 2 more tries to increase their scores. Those are the basics, brought to you by Bow Clothing. And now, it is time to meet the skaters. First up, skating in his 3rd ever Super Crown final. Best ever finish for him was 3rd here in Rio 2018. Felipe Gustavo from Brazil. Felipe Gustavo, first skater in. This is his first of 2 lines. What a start. That's a heavy move to put down first trick of the run.
And then to back it up with a kickflip no slide to fakie right after.
Imagine. Talk about handling pressure. Keeping it going, switch, back, lift. Wow.
Flipped his board 3 out of the 4 tricks so far.
Ollie frontside nose slide. It's one of the easier tricks in his run. Front tail staying on. Time for 1 more. Missing the flick on the switch flip at the end of the run. So, Sean, we talked about in qualifying how Felipe Gustavo is a skater who doesn't pack in a ton of tricks. They're all hard.
Yeah, you know, there's 2 ways to go about a run. Try to do a bunch of tricks, as many as you can, or kind of slow it down a little bit and do more quality tricks. And Felipe is that second guy for sure. But it does play a bigger effect when you miss a trick because, like you see a 6.6, it got docked a lot.
Next skater in, it's a 2022 SLS pick, a rookie this year. Back to the top of the order for the second lines. This is Felipe Gustavo, the only Brazilian to make it into this year's Super Crown final, and the crowd is going to show him some love.
That is the hard part about starting your run with a nollie flip no slide.
He almost always makes it, but yeah, if you bail, you got to go back to the top, give it another go.
It's actually crook on that one.
So every skater here is trying to make the top 4 to advance to the super final, where they get 2 additional tries. Felipe currently in 5th place, putting down the switch flip like it's nothing, and he's calling it. He's going to look to single trick attempts. He's going to have to stick with that 6.6 score.
I remember when I was in the Super Crown, we were aiming to get our line scores around 7.5. How times, he just doesn't look like the comfortable contest skater that we're used to seeing right now.
Brazil responding to their favorite son in this Super Crown final. Wow, nollie flip back 5-0.
Such a hard trick to aim. Nollie flipping backside at a ledge. It's hard to tell where that truck is going to lock in, and he just has it figured out. He locks in perfect every time. We saw this yesterday. We see it again today. beautiful nollie flip back 5-0 in this visible replay.
Couldn't have been done any better. Waiting on that score. Trying to work his way back up. Top 4 advance to that super final. What's it gonna be? 8.6. Makes it tough. Felipe Gustavo sitting in 4th place. Trying to put a 3rd score on the board and keep it going for Brazil here. We saw him do that in the LCQ for huge points, and it was a little sketchy. This one, bolts.
Perfect. His flick is always perfect.
Yeah, it's true. If Felipe is going to land on his board, it's going to be perfect. Look at that.
The thing about this course, too, just like the other ones, is it's not symmetrical, so you can see this runway is a little narrower, so it makes it harder to get the angle for that nollie flip front nose. The level of difficulty on that is through the roof.
New leader, Felipe Gustavo, with the 8.8.
Nothing more you can say about that, you know?
Sometimes you eat the bar. Felipe Gustavo in next. He's trying to make up for that 6-6 in the line section. He's done a great job of it, putting down 2 hammers. Where does he go from here? Wow! Switch flip back nose grind like only Felipe Gustavo can do. You see Leticia Buffoni down there cheering him on. How many people could switch flip back nose grind one try like that?
He might be the only one like that.
Like that, yeah.
He is giving these hubbas the business.
Yeah, he is. Six skaters in the 9 club today. 9.1. Felipe Gustavo in 2nd place.
A lot of business today.
Yeah. Felipe Gustavo next in. Needs a 9.8 for 5th. That means he, too, cannot make it into that super final. But he's going to want to put this one down for the crowd.
Oh.
Rare. Nollie flip back Smith.
Yeah, that's what you don't see very often.
Barrow saving the best for last. Take a look at those final results. Gustavo Ribeiro up on top with a 27.9, followed by Braden Hoban and Chris Joslin rounding out the podium. Let's throw it down.